Are you ready? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Listography. Jason, Joe, and Krams are here. George Harrison week. We ranked the 10 studio albums. And now it's time to give you our top 10 favorite songs by George Harrison. Want to go in the same order?
Yeah, I'll kick it off as the resident George Harrison lover appreciator, knowing he has 2 5-star albums, which neither of you bozos knew. All right, this is going to be heavy on Material World and All Things Must Pass. Number 10, If Not For You, Bob Dylan. Love that slide. The way he sings is just so good. Piano adds a lot to it, I think, as well. Number 9, Run of the Mill. Love the sound of the guitar. The drums and the horns are also really great, kind of pushing the songs along. Number 8, All Things Must Pass. Really cool and ghostly, great slow sway to it. The piano and the bass are perfect together. And like all the guitar parts are like elongated and kind of stretched out, especially when he uses the slide. It's awesome. Then it's got those big horn accents at the end. Very cool. Number 7, I'm actually going to go with Someplace Else, which sounds like it could have been on the first couple George debuts. It's just a simple love letter song that Jeff Lynne paints all over, and it sounds great. Number 6, Don't Let Me Wait Too Long. Love the heavy kind of drum bashing the point across. It's really lovely, and then it gets really assertive in the chorus. It's very cool. It's like a bit of a different side of George than we get. Number 5, My Sweet Lord. I think it's just one of his best simple melodies. And when he does the really want to feel you, really want to be with you, he just sounds so much like his voice is just like reaching out. It's amazing. The reverb on it is perfect with like the first time you hear that song, you know it's acoustic guitar, but you're also like not quite sure because it's just so cloudy and drenched out. It's very cool. But that's the style that I love for the album. Number 4, The Day the World Gets Round. Love the big heavenly acoustic guitar strumming. It's a really awesome message of like peace and love and community, but telling it in a really grounded, realistic way when he like does the line about, loving with our hands together. And then he comes back with killing with our hands together, like making really good commentary. And I think the harmonics on the guitar, that little piece followed by the really big low notes, does such a good job of driving the point of the song home. And then the chorus, you get some of that mellotron. It's really pretty. Number 3, the closer to my favorite George Harrison album. I've got That Is All. Really amazing, great slow 70s rock romantic love ballad. Lovely piano. And he just sounds so good singing these songs. I think this could be, if I ever find the one, would propose that this be our slow dance song at my wedding, which neither of you guys will be invited to. Number 2, I've got Be Here Now. Really delicate, affectionately touching song. The way he waits and waits to sing. He's like waiting for the guitar, and then he sings out the verse, and he's like holding on to certain words. And then it underneath has those underlying like Eastern kind of Indian sounds, like the Hindu vibes, just soaking and saturating. Very cool. But my number 1 is from All Things Must Pass, and it is the Ballad of Sir Frankie Crisp. I love it. Love the drums. I love the rhythm. It's like, just feels like you're just like floating in the sky. It's so peaceful and just like transcendent and full of enlightenment. And the jangly guitar, just one of the prettiest recordings ever. And then the glue to that song is that just cool little piano lead, the dun 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 dun. So awesome. Absolutely tremendous song. There you go. My top 10, George H. Georgie boy.
Kidoki, I'm going super basic with my list. These are all pretty well-known songs. Don't care. Number 10, I got Who Can See It? Kind of old school, like almost Everly Brothers in his delivery. And even like a little Motown R&B. Sounds very similar to a Stevie Wonder song that came out the year after. So not stealing from Stevie, but an interesting sort of Motown lift in the verse or the chorus. I can't remember. Number 9, I got When We Was Fab. Jeff Lynne really just Beatle-fies the heck out of this 1987 track from Cloud 9. Just a really nice reminiscing about when George Harrison was on top of the world. Number 8, I've got Wah Wah. I love that sort of iconic riff and the big wall of sound. Phil Spector, baby. Number 7, I'll do Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth. Maybe one of George's most affecting vocals, very pleading, sort of crying out to the heavens, and some really great slide guitar. I think it sounds like it could have been on All Things Must Pass. And I really love when the piano comes in on the ooze and that great like McCartney-esque bass line bouncing around. Really great song. Number 6, we'll do a little Harrison and Bob Dylan magic on I'd Have You Anytime. Really love Clapton's guitar line on this. Anytime he teams up with Harrison, it seems like just brings the best out of him. And I don't know what Bob Dylan contributed to the track, but I mention him because I like when he teams up with people a lot more than I like him alone. Number 5, do My Sweet Lord, which is what you both are thinking. Spiritual, uplifting, not, he's talking about Hindu, whatever on this one, but it doesn't matter what Lord you love. And I can't believe people think, I guess it a little bit sounds like the Chiffons, He's So Fine, in like one spot, but ridiculous that he had to pay royalties for that. I think it's total garbage. Number 4, Don't Let Me Wait Too Long. I think it really straddles the line between upbeat and melancholy. And when Harrison reaches for those like high falsetto, sounds really cool. Wonderful piano, I believe from Nicky Hopkins. Number 3, Isn't It a Pity? Just kind of feels like a culmination of like all the Beatles sounds. Just a really great longer song. You got Clapton, Ringo, Billy Preston, Badfinger, just kind of like everybody joined together for one knockout epic. Number 2, I'm gonna do Let It Down. I love the shift from the big brassy intro, and then it's like real ethereal, floating kind of verses. Really cool. Harrison's just like crooning along, and you get the big brass coming back in, and just really big, like loud, soft, kind of dynamic. Number 1, that was gonna be What Is Life? Just love that opening riff. Love the big, it's almost like a big band sound that comes in over top, and that swaggering marching rhythm. Fantastic song from by far his best album, not even a question. All Things Must Pass. So yeah, there's my top 10 George Harrison from 3 different albums. So
All right, here we go. My number 10 is Your Love Is Forever. I love the guitar tone on this one and the harmonics that he's playing. Really sparse and beautiful, but ever so slightly haunting and a little bit sad. My number 9 is Ooh Baby, You Know That I Love You. I love the electric piano on it, the warm brass, some great bass work on it too. It's a really good slow jam, but it's all about the band and how they're playing. It sounds great. Number 8 is Beautiful Girl. Love the verses on this track. And I really love this solo too. He's playing like 2 different slide parts on top of each other. Sounds really cool. Number 7, I've got Far East Man. Caught myself singing Policeman before I realized what the actual lyrics were back in the day. But it's a great song. Lovely horns, great sax solo on it too. Number 6, Pure Smoky. Another track with really great ensemble playing. I love the horns. And like I said in the other video, probably my second favorite George Harrison guitar solo after the one on Something by the Beatles, which is my all-time favorite guitar solo. My number 5 is You from Extra Texture. modeled after Motown tracks. Incredible riff. I love it. And Jim Keltner drumming on this is fantastic. Number 4, I've got Simply Shady, song dealing with some different subject matter. Normally he's talking about, spirituality and enlightenment, but here he's talking about drug use. But some of his best singing on this track, I think, really well sung. Number 3, now we're getting into the big guns. I got Beware of Darkness, really great songwriting, really good message. I love the great guitar lines that fill in the gaps between the lyrics. Just fantastic. Number 2, I've got Isn't It a Pity, a really moving and sad song about how people can hurt one another, even good people, like do things that hurt other people. Track that he wrote in the midst of all the Beatles drama. And then number 1, I've got All Things Must Pass, the title track. Beautiful song, reminding you that bad things will pass away, but also the flip of that is that really none of this is permanent. Everything is, going to pass, move along. But the thing about these top 3 songs from All Things Must Pass, it's really not about the parts. A lot of times I'll say like, oh, it's the guitar, or it's like I love the drum part, or I love this part, but it's really they're just songs. The songs themselves are amazing. I don't really even think of those songs in terms of the different parts. They just are amazingly well put together that it's hard to even think of them in pieces. All right, so there you go. Top 10 George Harrison tracks. Let us know what your favorites are. If we missed any big ones for you, drop them down in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet. Hit the bell for notifications. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our website are in the description. And come back tomorrow for side 3 and on Friday for Songs of the Year. We'll see you then.